Hi folks, little intro there. So if you're interested in calendar for next year, the Goths for Sophie calendar, all proceeds going to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Great foundation, does lots of good work. Anyway, link in the description. Today, to buy or not to buy, that is the question. Anybody knows me, they know I'm a little bit of a Shakespeare fan, so that doesn't really come from Shakespeare, but I've changed the words. To buy or not to buy. Talked a little bit about this in the past when I've talked about buying and using charity shops, thrift shops, whatever you call second-hand shops. Fantastic places for getting fantastic things. If you look online at people that have said, I got this from a charity shop, got this from a thrift shop, you come across fantastic things. You can go antique shops, but then you're talking a little bit more money, maybe a little bit more money. So yeah, to buy or not to buy, and I have mentioned this before, I use these shops to buy and people get to know me, and in the process of getting to know me and get to know the sort of things I like, they do put stuff away and just the sort of thing he'll buy. So stick it away behind the desk or whatever. I go in, got this for you. And I suppose in every way maybe they say, well, I got this for you if you want it. The bit to buy, not to buy, should you buy it, should you not buy it? Theoretically, that's totally up to you. My philosophy is, if people are going out the way to take notice of you, to be friends with you, to accept you for who you are, to the extent that they'll see things and think, now he'll like that, I'll put it away. For me, I have the attitude of, doesn't hurt to buy it. Now we're talking about charity shops, we're not talking about spending £50 or whatever, but saying that if something went in that they were going to sell for £50, they would still do it, and I would still highly consider it. But the way I look at it is, if they're putting themselves out like that for me, to be friendly and nice to me, doesn't hurt me, especially when it's charitable, to say, yeah, okay, I'll buy that. It's very rare when it's something that is probably totally not anywhere near Goth or anything, and maybe there's one or two bits that I haven't, and I think, well, you could sell this to someone else. But generally 99% of the time I will buy it, and it's always been ideal. It's either something I can use, something I can give to a friend, or something I can adapt into something else. So today, just to show a point, I went in a usual one. Bloke said, got something under here for you. I never know what's coming up. And on that point, never know what's coming up. This flippy stuff's coming up. I've got to stop doing that. Don't go. I don't bloody care. I really don't know what I'd do if they fricking banned Carolina Reaper. I'm moving countries. Anyway, went in today, got something under here for you. So I'll show you what it is. You'll either like it or you won't. And it's this. Ba-ba, an handbag. I know I wear a kilt, and I've said it before, I might wear a kilt and it looks like a skirt, but I'm not carrying a bloody handbag, and I'm not carrying a clutch bag or anything. But if it's got a skull on it or something like that, if it's got a stud on it, if it shines, they go, you buy it. And I must admit, they're pretty blooming good. They're not that far out most of the time. So yeah, this looks like a shiny bag. And the actual bodywork, it's got an inner, but the outside is like strips of leather that's crisscrossed into a pattern. So it's like this lovely sort of outside. I'm assuming it's leather. Smells like leather, and funny enough, it's got an incense smell. Whatever's gone on here is somebody that is definitely alternative. It's not Chanel number 5. Anyway, that's what it looks like. Got an handle, and here I'll do some close-up pictures if I really can be bothered. It's got handle here, and it's got this one here, which isn't that long, but I don't know what you'd call this, whether it's a longer handle, because I'm not female, so I don't know if it's a longer handle or one you just sling on your shoulder, whatever. It's a very thick chain with a piece of leather interlaced in it. So now I'll explain what it looks like. Show you close up that way. And if you see here, there's like a little crisscross bar with bobbles on the end, metal, and behind it there's a little panel of 4 holes, and when that's in that position, the bobbles are between the holes. When you turn it a little bit, then they line up with the holes and you can lift it up. So there it is. There it is. So now if I can explain, there's lines like this line here, this line here, this line here, and these flipping dozens of little tiny gems, if you can see that close up, and the line above it there is like a stud, again with a crystal type looking gem in it there. And then the line above that is a multitude of little tiny skulls, and if you can see that, gems, skulls, gems, crystally looking things, gems, skulls, all the way up. So he said to me, well, if you don't want to use it for a bag, you can adapt it. He's sort of saying you got all these skulls and everything, so he knows where I'm coming from. Inside, I don't know if you can see, it's a double bag inside, and I get this one, 2 zips, and each zip has got a medallion which you can unzip. Inside there's one massive gret bag, the back one again a massive gret bag, and a little zip pocket inside, and I don't know where, I think in the front one there's little tiny pockets that you can put stuff in. So it is a lovely bag. It's a flipping heavy bag, to put it bluntly. You need somebody with muscles carrying this thing. So, like I said, yeah. So that cost me the grand total of £4, which okay is £4, but to be honest, I haven't looked this up to find out what it is or who it's by or whatever, but it's flipping, it's heavy, it's really good quality, and in all intents and purpose, if somebody's alternative goth and into sparkle, it's a bloody gorgeous bag. So yeah, that's, I just wanted to show that and really sort of say to buy or not to buy. My suggestion is if you're out there and you're shopping in these places, get to know the people. Don't rush in and have a look, oh nothing, I'm off out. Take your time, chat to the people, chat to the people that work there that wonder about. If you buy something, don't just say, there you go, there's the money, I'm off. Have a bit of a chat with them and get to know them. They will do the same for you. And yeah, sometimes things will be really, really flipping cool. I think that's for me, myself, I think that's a pretty flipping cool bag. Like I said, I won't carry it around. It's not the sort of bag as well that I could turn into a sporran or anything. But yeah, I've got a feeling that cost a fair bit of flipping money. So yeah, I would suggest shopping, getting to know people. Even if you get to know each other's names, get to know people. Smile, because Goths don't have to walk around like they got the bloody weight of the world on their shoulders. And see what happens. You might not get anything put away, but you might. And I would hazard a guess, if you're friendly and you become sort of friends, they're going to see something that you generally would go in for, or similar type thing, and they will put it away and say, I know who's going to buy that, which can't be bad. And then shop there quite a lot. Don't go back every month or some odd. Try and go at least every few days or so. I tend to go in most days. So yeah, that's what I do. To buy or not buy, do it. And like I said, down there there's a link to Sophie if you want to go and have a look and purchase a calendar. I think on that site to purchase, I'm trying to think what the word is. You don't get a link saying purchase, it says something else. But but you'll see when you get there, the 2020 calendar, that section, click on it and it will take you through it. Don't miss out this year. That's why it's being sold nice and early. Give you time to save your pennies. So here's to me, here's to you, here's to the person putting the stuff behind the counter. Have fun.